Om. 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 गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। हरि ओम, जय गुरुदेव।
Just give me a few minutes.
ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। understanding reality is not that simple. It looks as though there are different things. Each object has its own reality. The tree is real, the leaf is real, the trunk is real, the bark is real. Everything in the tree seems to be real. There are so many realities in the reality of tree. Bark is reality. If you look into bark, so many other realities will emerge. In fact, if you look into the reality of any object, many realities emerge. And therefore, the reality of tree, apart from the reality of trunk, the reality of twigs, branches, and leaves. What is the reality of tree? The reality of tree disappears, and each one of them, if you take the reality of each one of them, then that reality goes, yielding itself to realities. All of them yield to cells. A cell itself yields itself to some other reality. And therefore, understanding reality is a vexing problem. But for us, it's a rewarding pursuit. It's a highly rewarding pursuit. Because if all that is here is, when I say, is one reality, so that means this one reality, does it consist of many realities? If it consists of many realities, that one reality goes. Therefore, you have a very important discussion in the Upanishads, otherwise known as Vedanta. The Upanishad looks at the reality differently. It says, whatever you consider as something real, is real all right. But the reality lies elsewhere. what is construed to be true and real is not true and real. An example is given. Pot and clay. Earthenware and clay. Doesn't even say pot. Any clayware, anything made of clay, you take, just for an example. So made of clay is this pot. It's born of clay. We have a name, pot. But then, when you look at this pot, in terms of its reality, the weight of pot is the weight of clay. Correct? The weight of pot is the weight of clay. Then what is this pot, weightless pot? Pot has no weight, and your argument carries much less weight. That there is a pot. It's just ridiculous that a human being with such a big head over his shoulders should never dwell upon this and doesn't dwell upon this and carries along his life and has marital problems. This is a very important issue. It's an issue of reality. We count the parts, we miss the clay. And then we are such great intellectuals that we count the parts and recognize the clay as an attribute of pot. And we say, without any shame, clay pot. There is no clay pot. There is only potty clay. All that is there is clay. Yeah. I've been keeping this for a long time. It has developed a crack. Okay. It's a crackpot. This is not a crackpot, it's a cracked pot. Okay? So, crackpot is elsewhere. So, this is a pot. If I look at it, all that I see is clay. Wherever this pot exists, I recognize clay. The weight of pot is weight of clay, Before the pot was born, it was clay. Even now it is clay. Pot is gone, it will be clay. Clay is not cracked. Pot is cracked, okay? And therefore, if a pot were to think I am a pot, it will be a cracked pot, okay? So, it is a cracked pot. And in fact, it has to take itself to be clay first, clay last. Pot is a form. We cannot dismiss the pot as non-existent. We can't take it as independently existent. All that is there is clay in a particular form. That form is called pot. Not clay is pot. That form is pot. And that form, elsewhere it exists, where there is silver, then it is pot. Recognize a pot. Then do you know what you say? A silver pot. This is clay pot. Then brass pot. Then plastic pot. Then golden pot. Why not? Golden pot. For an example, it is okay. Golden pot. But all that is there is that particular substance. Pot is therefore a form. So we can say pot is gold, pot is clay, pot is silver, pot is steel, which is more appropriate. But that's not our language. You don't change your language. And don't quote me also. And the Swami said, party clay, therefore, is a party clay. You know. Already, so the spouse thinks there is something wrong with the person doing yoga, and the spouse doesn't join yoga camp. And if that is the case, then don't change your language, please. And therefore, so pot, let the clay pot be clay pot. Let us understand. Therefore, what should I say? Should I say the pot doesn't exist? Pot holds water. And therefore, there is such a thing as pot, but not independent of clay. Here, clay can be in any form. It happens to be in a pot form. Clay can be in any form. It can be lit. It can be a cup. It can be in any form. And therefore, so we can't dismiss that there is no pot. And therefore, pot is not non-existent. Very important to know that. Pot doesn't exist by itself. What is the reality of pot? Here, we say it is neither existent nor non-existent. Look at the double negative. Nor non-existent, neither existent by itself. It is in between. It is in between. In between means our categorical mind the mind that one who wants to understand reality in categorical terms, one cannot categorically say it doesn't exist, cannot say it exists. This is what we say, anirvachaniyam. Can't be dismissed as non-existent, can't be taken as existent. And that's what the pot is. In fact, anything that you deal with is. Any one thing you take, your shirt cannot be dismissed as non-existent, cannot be taken as existent because it is fabric. There is no independent existence of fabric. So neither shirt is non-existent, nor it is independent of fabric. Shirt is fabric. If shirt is fabric, can I say fabric is shirt? No. You can't say. Shirt is fabric, but fabric is not shirt. This is all the way. This entire thing that exists, subject and object, both of them are not independent of consciousness that is spatially limitless, time-wise limitless. No object can be independent of this consciousness. Therefore, this, what we say consciousness, Chidananda, Chidananda, is the truth of anything. Space is Chidananda. Time is Chidananda. A galaxy is Chidananda. Sun is Chidananda. Moon is Chidananda. Your body is Chidananda, a cell is Chidananda, a particle is Chidananda, and the observer of the particle also is Chidananda. Both of them enjoy the same plank. That's why what happens to the observer is picked up by the particle too. The observer decides to measure the velocity of the particle. The particle behaves like a wave. The observer decides to recognize the position of the particle. Particle behaves like a particle. And we say it's a dual behavior of particle. It's not dual behavior. You decide its behavior. Therefore, one physicist was telling, both the observer and the particle enjoy the same plank, the same truth. which we recognize here as Chidananda. So the subject is Chidananda, the object is Chidananda. Look at that. The subject is Chidananda, the object is Chidananda. The subject and object, with all its peculiarities, the subject with the faculty and so on, this is what we say Ishvara, God, Shiva. This is what we say Shiva. Shiva means Ishvara. This Chidananda, with reference to the subject peculiarity, the subject features, there is a certain put together situation. You cannot be a subject like a seer unless you have eyes, you have a mind, the faculty that is put together. For it to manifest, the faculty to manifest, there must be brain cells. That's all put together. There's anatomy, there is prana. This put together status enjoyed by the subject, enjoyed by the object. A leaf is put together, my eyes are put together, what is seen is put together. And therefore, this put together status implies knowledge, presupposes knowledge. Because it is intelligently put together. So this intelligently put together anything. So this entire Jagat, Jagat means all that is here. Known plus unknown. That is what is called entire. What I know plus what I don't know. What I don't know includes what I wrongly know also. That's all. So this all knowledge presupposes all knowledge. The entire, let us call it Jagat, the entire Jagat, which includes my body, mind, sense complex. World is not Jagat. It doesn't include my body. It is too gross a word. Jagat is a versatile word. It includes my body, my senses. It's intelligently put together. And therefore, this entire Jagat with all possibilities of a new hardware, new software, with all the possibilities, the entire Jagat put together implies, presupposes knowledge. Knowledge means all knowledge. We are talking of all knowledge. This all knowledge locus is called God. And God means our head goes up. Then you come to Ramanand for getting the sprain, corrected. Or because of looking up to God. The concept is cultural. Oh God, automatic, Oh God. Nobody says, oh God. Oh God. Cultural. Nothing wrong. Only thing is, he is also there. There is no problem. You can look up. There is nothing wrong. He is also there. But there is a location. Give up that location. Becomes an uncle otherwise. God is uncle. Having a street address in heaven. Nothing wrong with the word. You can say heaven, no problem. As long as you don't give a location, you understand heaven differently. Heaven is not a bad word, not a good word. You can say anything and get away with it. Don't give a street address to God. Then you have to knock at the door. You knock at the door, somebody says from inside, hey, God has gone out, he will come later. All kinds of problems. Comes another uncle. But you cannot dismiss this. Anything intelligently put together presupposes knowledge. And there is putting together. My eyes, my ears, these are all very purposefully put together. Any one thing you take. And therefore, if somebody were to imagine a person having all knowledge, all power and Shakti, and that person is not locally available, of course. Anyone you come across has limited knowledge, limited power, is already a given. He has a given body, he or she has a given body, given mind, given senses, and therefore the giver is not local, therefore non-local. Therefore, if this person were to imagine a heaven, I won't be surprised. But what is necessary is a little more thinking, okay? Half thinking is dangerous. Either you don't think and live like a monkey, no problem. No big thinking. So monkey is very happy being a monkey. And it doesn't want to become different. It doesn't want, it has no becoming process. No monkey wants to become different. Even Indian monkeys are happy being in India, they don't apply for immigration. Real. So they are happy being in India. They don't, among themselves, they don't think, they don't have class complex. I'm a squirrel monkey, small monkey. Complex. There is one squirrel monkey. Have you seen that? Huh? It's a small monkey. It's a monkey. And there's a big one. Our great-great-grandfather. And so and therefore what I say, so there are different monkeys. So one is, everybody is happy being what is. Until he becomes a man, the monkey has to become a man to develop a complex. To develop a complex. He has to become a man. Means to develop a complex, you must evolve. Correct? You must evolve. If you don't evolve, you are happy. If you evolve, you become unhappy. Therefore, your question is, should we evolve or not? Should we evolve or not? It's a big question. The question of the evolved person, not the evolving person. The evolved person alone asks this question. Maybe we should go a little more further, think a little more, solve the problem, this complex problem of complexities, complexes once and forever. Just a few more steps. It's easy to think of all-knowing, all-power. But then, if you think this all-knowledge, all-power, like small knowledge and small power is away from Chidananda. Chidananda is limitless. So all-knowing, all-power is Chidananda. Small knowing, small power is Chidananda, correct? How many Chidanandas you have got now? All knowing, all power is Chidananda. Small knowing, small power is Chidananda. And therefore, even monkey is Chidananda. A mouse is Chidananda. Plus, mouse knowledge, mouse power, mouse form, Chidananda. All knowledge, all power, Chidananda. Small knowledge, small power, Chidananda. In this small knowledge, there are differences, okay? In small knowledge, somebody more, little more. Somebody knows electrical engineering, somebody knows mechanical engineering, somebody knows no engineering at all. But the person knows cooking. Electrical engineering will not give you all those enchiladas, you know. And therefore, so you require to know cooking. Fellow is a good chef. And therefore, what I say, so everybody knows something or the other. And therefore, this small knowing is Chidananda, with all the differences. And thus you find every individual is Chidananda. Great scholar, Chidananda. Plus, whatever scholarship is. Small power, small knowledge, Chidananda. All knowledge, all power, Chidananda. All knowledge, entire Jagat manifesting. Understand, all knowledge, all power manifesting in the form of the entire Jagat, including one single body, mind, sense complex, is Chidananda. Called Shiva. And Chidananda, all knowledge, Chidananda, all small knowledge is Chidananda. All knowledge, Chidananda. And small knowledge, Chidananda, is worshipping all knowledge, Chidananda. Correct? All knowledge, Chidananda. Small knowledge, Chidananda, is Shishya, is a disciple. All knowledge, I know. Then this Chidananda, some knowledge, this spiritual knowledge, plus Chidananda is called teacher, guru. All differences are very, very obvious. The non-difference is not obvious. All knowledge is Chidananda, is not obvious. This small knowledge in any given person is Chidananda, is not obvious. That's what Vedanta is. And therefore, now we don't give a location to God. Every location is God. See the difference? God is not located. Every location is God. In God, everything is located. Chidananda plus all knowledge is God. This all knowledge manifesting in the form of entire Jagat is God, is Shiva. Therefore, the object, Shiva, Chidananda plus object, Shiva. Chidananda plus subject, Shiva. Together, Shiva. But that Shiva, the Lord, is essentially what? Essentially what? Two realities. One reality is the reality like a pot. Pot is clay. Clay is not pot. Between the pot and clay, there is no distance because pot is clay. Does the potness stick to clay? No. Clay remains clay. Correct? All knowledge, Chidananda. Chidananda, free from all knowledge. The entire Jagat, Chidananda. Free from Jagat, Chidananda. You know, the word is, if you negate the entire Jagat, all knowledge, all power, you negate, what you have is Chidananda, who is Shiva. Previously called as Shiva. Now, same Chidananda is Shiva, blemish free. Add Shiva. Remove Shiva. individual you take, add yourself, add small knowledge, add Siddhananda plus small knowledge, so and so, so and so, minus that small knowledge, Siddhananda, plus small knowledge, Siddhananda. Understand now? Don't understand? We have got some more classes to go, okay? Therefore, this is meant for not understanding. This class is meant for confusing, and therefore, so we need to confuse so that we can resolve. Otherwise, we will have no job. And so, Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. What is that? Raga? How to get that? Bolo? Yeah, Darbari, yeah. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. There are two things what I said. There is an individual. Once you say an individual, there is total. There is an individual. You are Chidananda plus mind. Clay plus pot, clay. Correct? Clay plus pot, clay. Clay plus cup, clay. Clay plus lid, clay. Clay minus lid, clay. Clay minus cup, clay. Clay minus pot, clay. We have got different types of clay here. Small clay, big clay. Eh? So clay plus 3. Two. Wow. Okay. Only 2 is there. Clay? Wow. Let us have one. One clay. All magic, you know. Wow. 3. How many clays are there? How many clays are there? 3, correct? If you say 3, do you know what I will say? I will say 4. Why I say 4? That is difficult to understand. 4. There is one here also. This is a different type of clay. Wow, is a Maharaja, it's a king from India. The fellow lost the kingdom. He lost the kingdom. Got back. Even though he lost the kingdom, he retained the costume, correct? So, still, he appears as a king. He lost the kingdom. He was flat. Do you see that? He is flat. You don't see. He is flat. Yeah. Wonderful. Put him this way. Never say die. Put him this way. Come on. This fellow is solid clay. Nothing but clay. Clay. Very educative clay. One clay. Many parts, many things, one clay. And therefore, this understanding of Atma as Chidananda is so important. Add Chidananda plus your mind, Chidananda, plus senses, Chidananda, plus your body, Chidananda, plus what you experience, the swami now, Chidananda, minus the swami, Chidananda, minus your body, Chidananda, minus the senses, Chidananda, minus the mind, Chidananda. Add the mind, Chidananda. Add anything, Chidananda. Add anything to infinite, infinite. Remove anything from infinite, infinite. This is what the meaning when you chant Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Purna means infinite. Infinite plus infinite is infinite. And therefore, anything you remove, infinite. Add, infinite. Chidananda plus music, Chidananda. Therefore, Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. That is the truth. It is free from everything. Add, it is the same. Doesn't make any difference. But you have to first negate what I am not to understand what I am. Therefore, mano buddhi ahankara chittani naham nacha shrotra jihve nacha grana netre. The rest of it you'll see. Come back. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
Close our eyes and reflect on all that we have listened to and understood. And let's share our understanding.
We got some answer today about I and not I bot. Right? Talking about Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivo. Initially, he said how difficult to understand the reality, which is true, actually. If you go everything, he gave the example of tree, how the bark and trunk, leaves, the fruit, flower, and whatnot, and every single one of them, if you analyze, and it become very complex to understand. But then he said, for us as human being, it's one reality, not many realities. So that was nice way you put it. And then he explained how things exist, not exist, in terms of either neither like part. He gave the example of part. Part neither exist nor non-exist. Like they're all in between kind of things. When he categorized, like it applies to all the things that we say what is. I mean, part is or tree is or any of it. Is any Vachanam. I think we read that word in one of those in 17th chapter, I think. Then finally he came, how he amazingly he talked about the knowledge, all knowledge, how we are all every little thing is put together, including humans, and every part of our body, how put together. So it's all knowledge. So he mentioned how all knowing, all knowledge, and is Brahman, and that plus or minus doesn't it becomes I mean it's atma, the consciousness. We can name it any way we want to, but then there is only one. And really he nicely showed that parts, and that doll. It's very nice, like seeing the three part. And how many clay you have? That was a nice question. It was amazing. And I was saying one clay. And then you gave the example with that the doll. It was nice. So now I feel that whether you negate it or adding it, it's all one. And kindly finished with that Purnamada, Purnamidam, that slokam, which is um, so all one.
Jai Gurudev, very beautifully summarized.
Thank you.
This Chidananda is the Atma, which is self-evident. It is that subject and the object, which is the same, which is self-evident. You don't need a means of knowledge for that. And that Atma is Chidananda, and that is there in and through, just like the clay, that example of the clay and the pot. The pot is only a form. It should actually be considered potty clay and not clay pot. Clay is not an attribute to the pot. The pot is, clay is. The pot is not, clay continues to be. Similarly, the Jagat is. Chidananda permeates in and through Jagat. Whether the Jagat is or not.
Nearer to the mic, I can't hear you. Please come nearer to the mic.
Very close to the mic. Is it a problem with it?
I can hear you well, but I think
See,
sometimes
Mara's volume is perfect, and
mm,
Swami
I'm
Dayananji's is
actually
very perfect.
100% my volume is, and I'm very close to the mic. Can you just increase your speaker volume? Let me know if this is better, because this is the closest I can get to the mic. And the internet seems fine. It's full. So the pot example was very revealing in the sense.
He said we gives attributes to the pot and we recognize it as a pot, but we does not recognize it as a clay. Because of the attributes, we know it as a pot. But the greater meaning, what the main clay, we don't understand. We understand by the attributes.
And we get stuck to that. We get stuck to the Nama Rupa, not realizing the true essence, true reality of everything is Chidananda. And so beautifully he spoke of the small knowledge, what is this knowledge? Knowledge is, there is that intelligence which has put everything together. Everything is put together. The eyes are put together. The mind is put together. Only then can you also see. So there is that intelligence which has put together all of this. And that is knowledge. So all knowledge, all power is what is Shiva, is Ishvara. Small knowledge, small Chidananda. For instance, the Jiva, you, me, everybody. So when all of this is included in this entire, we get that example of the infinite plus small knowledge, small Chidananda continues to be infinite. But when you remove this, that infinite remains. So the pot is not existent nor non-existent. It is in between. And that is what is mithya. That is what is Maya. Maya is what is not but appears as though it is. Like the mirage on the road. There is no water, but it appears as though it is. It's an illusion. Like the snake on the rope.
He showed 3 pots and asked how many pots are there. So the audience said 3. Then he said, I will say it 4. And he smiled.
He gives very nice jokes without hurting anybody's feeling. That's nice way of putting it. Many jokes he cracking and he
Black
laughs
pot
himself.
also.
Yeah. Very nice.
I like that. The knowledge is what I know, includes what I don't know also, the whole entire world. And that includes also the wrongly understood knowledge also. That's so wonderful it is. So it's completely entire knowledge. So everything is Chidananda. And God, everything is God. We look up. So God may stay there. So he says, do not allocate a place for him. Give up the location. Don't give street address to the God. That was really wonderful. I can look up to the God. I can look down also to the God. So all knowing, all power is God, all Chidananda. And small knowing and small power is Chidananda.
Omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent, all that is God. Yeah.
Nicely explained.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, all that, those were like his jokes, like all this street address. And so, meaning
every individual great or a great scholar or a monkey. Chidananda. So nice. So monkey evolving starts the complex. So it is whether to evolve or not to evolve. That question also comes nicely. The last sentence he spoke is, we have to negate to understand what I am. That is important. So we have to undo the things. Like cleaning the discs. BMT. Beautifully explained. Thank you.
Jai Gurudev, how did he arrive at Chidananda? I seem to have missed that. I agreed everything is just the clay, but how did he arrive at Chidananda?
That he did in the last 2-3 sessions. That is what he
Oh,
had
okay.
mentioned. He said he arrived at the fact that there are only two things, dvauhi padarthau, atma, anatma, which is
Yeah,
atma
I
and
heard that.
that. So everything you see is not you. So all that is anatma. But what is this atma? Is there, do you exist? You do exist. Then are you the object of your awareness? So there he brought in the fact that the I is self-evident. The Atma, the subject,
Yes.
the object
Yeah.
is the
Yeah.
self-evident
Understood that also.
Atma.
Understood that also.
That
But
Atma is Chidananda.
yeah, I want to know how did he connect Atma and Chidananda?
Because that is the only thing that exists. That is that
Yeah.
chit, that is that consciousness. It is only
The
Yes.
other one you said
that
is non-exist,
everything else is.
neither exist nor non-exist, like anirvachanya. All of the other things.
Okay, now I got it, because we have to go back to the scripture. What is the how is Atma described, or how is Atma?
It is a self-effulgent, no? It doesn't require anything.
And it is Tat Chittananda. So that is how Chidananda. Okay, got it.
See, when this I is there, when whether you are in deep sleep or awake, the I continues. That is why you're able to say I slept well. So that I is there throughout.
Yeah.
Is the only real. That is the chit. And Ananda, he gave the example of feeling whole, complete,
Yeah.
happy. So that is
Yeah.
Ananda. So Chidananda is what is the nature of the Atma.
Yeah. I
The
got it.
And then
Yeah,
today he
thank you.
brought in the aspect of the putting together, the knowledge principle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is Shiva.
So that's
I wanted to. Sorry.
Go ahead. I just wanted to say chitta is for the consciousness, right? That's what the Chidananda.
No, chit is the existence, consciousness.
Consciousness, right? Okay.
He started with some English song which had no meaning. The wordings had no meaning. I don't remember that sentence, what he went. He laughed and he spoke about it. And then he said, he talked about the rhythm, the melody, and then the words that are so important. And then he talked about this. And when he was talking about this body, mind, and all that, what came to my mind was that in this we are saying, I'm not the body, I'm not the mind. Finally coming to Chidananda Sarupa, Shivoham, Shivoham. So, like here, what he is saying is that suppose, like now, we were sitting, all of us, and listening to him speak. Our body was not moving, right? Now, suppose if we are in a class all together and a madman comes in with a knife and is attacking us, we'll all run. That time our mind is not functioning, our body is running at a great speed to escape from death at his hands, at the madman's hands. So at one point of time, we are either using the body or the mind. It is when this rhythm is there, this melody is there, a beautiful harmony happens, the wordings are correct, then you are dancing and the body and the mind become one unit. And then when the body and mind becomes one, there is no mind state at all. Then you are purely the Atma enters into it. And that is what we call Trimurti. We ourselves have Trimurti within us, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. So that is the unity that comes in, and you then are existing only at the level of Atma. So the rhythm, the melody, and the wordings, like of that entire verses that we have gone through, whether it be Brahmavali or this Nirvana Shaktam, this all are leading to a no mind state. That is why that little bit of what we said, okay, my mind is angry in the chapter 17. And here you are saying you're not even the mind, you're not the body, you're not the mind, you are the soul. So he's taking us to a different level through music, where the rhythm, harmony, and the wordings have a play on your mind, where there is complete, you become one with everything. That is the way I understood it.
Yeah,
Jai
and
Guru.
and he closed the session with the, saying that Chidananda plus music or Chidananda plus minus music is only Chidananda.
Dr.
Lots of
Brahma,
question was
can you see my chat?
Yeah, I saw your question, Dr. Renu. See, when he says, do not give a location or a street address to, am I audible to all? Because there was some concern. Not
No,
audible.
yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So he says, normally when we say, oh God, people tend to look up to the sky as if it is that God is in heaven. Being in God in heaven is giving God a street address, so to say.
Oh, okay, okay.
Whereas God is everywhere. God is not just, don't give a location to God. He's not just in heaven, he's everywhere. God here is the Chidananda. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. That is what is God. There is only God. That Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. So when you remove Purna, he says, is infinite. From infinite, if you remove infinite, only infinite remains. Whatever you remove from infinite, only infinite remains.
Thank you.
Can you say the second line also, Dr. Pramada? The
Purnamad Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Purnamadah Purnamidam. That is infinite. This is infinite. When you remove Purnasya Purnamadaya, when you remove infinite from infinite, only infinite remains.
Thank you. That's very nice. Thank you. Maybe
think
we have
that's
to
the
add
doll.
this one and the end.
Yeah. The
Right?
doll example, that solid clay,
Yeah.
I think he wanted to convey something which
Yeah, I
apparently
think,
is not
even
completed
it comes back again, it's like,
again and again.
to me, the one thing, I mean, it's a variable. Remember, like he was saying variable, someone the invariable and all that, the other class. But here, when you mentioned about the whether it's in between, it neither exists nor non-exist. In that sense, I felt whatever the pot is born from the clay, and then the pot is transient and it's going to break, and it becomes a clay again, or it goes back to that mud. So that part is what he is talking about, anirvacha. Is that what we call anirvachan? Yeah. That
Actually, he
that
said that the doll is a
transient.
king. The doll is a king. When his kingdom goes away, he just goes flat, but he comes up again. So that kingdom, that kingness is there.
Yeah, I
I
mean
think
it's
What I
not
kind
as
of understood was
if you
when,
lose it. It's sorry. Go ahead.
please go ahead. No, that's fine.
No, I think it's like the life is like that. I mean that's I don't know exactly what he was trying to say with it, but then I felt it's all one clay, or trying to make it as that made of one part, that all those three parts is one clay. That is that the answer, versus the life is like it's not always falling. I mean the kingdom is gone, but it comes back to somebody else, or he gets back, something like that. um, so even he falls down, he stands up again, whichever direction he falls down. I don't know, there are so many things can
Yes.
take away from that doll. Yeah.
What I understood is
Mhm.
when he is flat, he loses his kingdom, but he
Mm,
comes back again, springs forth back again. He's solid. And he
right.
mentioned solid clay. So
Yeah.
for
Uh-huh.
me, that was representative of the Atma. Whether or
Yeah,
not
that is
he's tossed and
exactly.
turned over by the mm, like the mind, intellect, sense complex. He's
Advaita,
tossed and
basically,
turned over, but he
Yeah.
continues, he comes back, springs forth. He is the only thing that remains upright. And
Mm-hmm.
that is how I understood. That might be wrong, but
No, it makes sense, like that's also and the point the trying to make is that Advaita, is there's only one, even though there's many forms and names and all that. And in the end, whether you add it, negate it, whatever you do, it's one, we are not two, we are one, like that kind of and I mean, I don't know, maybe he will say it in next class, but it sounded
he said, no, he said, all this is made is, he started off with saying the reality is difficult
reality.
to
Yeah.
understand.
Mm-hmm.
And all this is meant to confuse you. When he talked of those four, I don't know when he mentioned it. At one point, he mentioned all this is to confuse you so
Right.
that we can resolve the confusion.
Yeah,
Have
with all the
confidence,
negating
confuse.
part of it. Yeah. It is true.
Chidananda plus mind plus intellect plus senses is
He
again
mentioned
mind,
it
and
like
minus also is Chidananda.
yeah, like with the small knowledge, like small people, like like that, and then he added that spiritual knowledge and the small knowledge or whatever, it became guru. So the guru is supposed to confuse. That's why we got the job, he said.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
gave the
we have
example of the guru and the shishya.
right guru shishya thing. Yeah, he brought that up also.
So we'll
He
wind up
What
here
did
mentioned
he
today.
say? Shisha is a small something. What word he used for the shisha?
Small knowledge, small power.
Small knowledge. Yeah, small.
No, small knowledge person is Shisha, and all knowledge person is Guru, like that,
Yeah.
something. And small knowledge person is praying to the big knowledge person. And big knowledge and small knowledge are all Satchitananda. That's how he.
Chidananda is all knowledge.
All knowledge, everyone is that.
Spiritual, spiritual knowledge is that guru put. I think I
Shishya
heard
and
it
Guru
in
are same.
spiritual.
He meant that way.
Yeah.
Not having knowledge is also a knowledge.
monkey knowledge. Wonderfully. Chidananda, that also is Chidananda.
So we'll wind up here today. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu.
मनोबुद्ध्यहङ्कार चित्तानि नाहं न च श्रोत्रजिह्वे न च घ्राणनेत्रे न च व्योमभूमिर्न तेजो न वायु चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न च प्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायुः न वा सप्तधातु न वा पञ्चकोशः न वाक्पाणिपादौ न चोपस्थपायु चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मे द्वेषरागो न मे लोभमोहो मदोर्नैव मे नैव मात्सर्यभावः न धर्मो न चार्थो न कामो न मोक्षः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न पुण्यं न पापं न सौख्यं न दुःखं न मन्त्रो न तीर्थं न वेदा न यज्ञः अहं भोजनं नैव भोज्यं न भोक्ता चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मे मृत्युशङ्का न मे जातिभेदः पिता नैव मे नैव माता न जन्म न बन्धुर्न मित्रं गुरुर्नैव शिष्यः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् नाहं निर्विकल्पो निराकाररूपो विभुर्व्याप्य सर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रियाणां सदा मे समत्वं न मुक्तिर्न बन्धः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्